Hello, everybody, and welcome to the December advocacy update from IAP2 Australasia. I'm Marion Short, the CEO. Well, actually, I've got some really good news to kick off with. We made a response to the establishment of the People Panel Professional Contractor Services. This was being managed by the Department of Finance, and it was intended to replace a number of previous panels. And the reason we made a response was because we weren't happy or satisfied where stakeholder engagement was represented and how it was being treated within the proposed panel document. In fact, it had it sitting under research and data analytics. So IAP2 Australasia made a response and were very, very pleased to see that the RFP, when it was published, had an explicit service category, community and stakeholder engagement, as we had requested. So that was a win for IAP2 Australasia. So if you've been making a submission or a response to a bid or a grant under that RFP, just when you see that, go, thanks IAP2 Australasia, because we got that across the line, and a special shout out to my advocacy committee for responding so quickly to that opportunity. Also, another congratulations. This is a recognition of one of our policy calls to action, but we would like to congratulate Sarah Wilcox, who has been recently appointed to the Committee on Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Water Interests, otherwise known as CAWI, and they're managed by DQ, that's the Department for Climate Change, Energy, Environment and Water. And she's been appointed as an engagement technical expert. So that is wonderful to have her sitting on that advisory group as an engagement professional. We actually have 5 engagement policy calls to action. We want to see a clear and consistent definition of engagement. We want to set and maintain minimum standards for engagement. We need to see engagement elevated to a strategic level. We want to embed engagement professionals like Sarah as technical experts on advisory groups. And we want to link the requirement for engagement to funding. They're all available in our advocacy recommendations and calls to action, which are published on our website. So we have both an Australian version and a New Zealand version for our New Zealand members there. But I do have an ask. I'd love to hear from you if you have also been appointed as a technical expert in your capacity as an engagement professional to an advisory committee. I think it's really important that we showcase our success at that strategic level. But it's also an opportunity to showcase the difference that we're making to the wider practice of engagement. So reach out to me if that is you, because we would love to showcase you as well. Moving over to New Zealand, the Fast Track Approvals Bill. Now, Parliament is sitting on the 19th of December, so it's only the 10th today while we're recording this, and it's expected that that bill will be passed into law. My understanding of the bill that's been passed into law, that engagement is only at the level where they're legally required to engage. And I think, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about the launch of our new position paper. I think that will be very important for our members in New Zealand. But the next big body of work happening in New Zealand is actually the review of the Resource Management Act, the RMA, with the Phase 2 bill being introduced in late December. Do keep an eye out for those submissions opening. We're expecting submissions to open in December. Then the review of the RMA, Phase 3, is expected to be introduced into the House in mid-2025. There are a range of other bills being introduced and a number of other consultations that will be underway as well. I'm sure our Kiwi members across a lot of those, we're also very interested in them. So moving on to a new resource, we're very pleased to have launched a position report. This is Inclusive and Accessible Engagement Position Paper. It includes the overarching principle: engagement is inclusive and accessible, addressing systematic and individual barriers to engagement, equitable and safer participation for all. There are, of course, a wide range of strategies for inclusive and accessible engagement, and the report includes 18. Now, you can download the report from our resource library. The position report, of course, is a precursor to the development of a policy paper, which we're expecting to launch early next year. So I'll be looking forward to very much to sharing that policy paper with you. And like I said, that will be it will be an important resource for our New Zealand members. In closing, the must-attend IAP2 Australasia Conference 2025 is at the Grand Hyatt in Melbourne. The dates are the 27th to the 29th of October 2025. And of course, the IAP2 Australasia Conference brings together engagement practitioners, community development practitioners, comms and marketing professionals, and academics to engage, learn, share, and network. So registrations will open early in 2025, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you there. Lastly, I just want to wish you all a wonderful festive season with the people you love. Have a very, very Merry Christmas, everyone.